Here we are with a light, smoky team investment report, practice report, LSU scrimmage today. The media got 30 minutes before we were booted out here on a Saturday morning. Sun coming down pretty hard. A lot of former players, family members, parents, brothers, sisters, grandkids, all out here to watch LSU scrimmage. But the media got the typical 30 minutes, and then we were ushered out the door. Brian Kelly will talk after practice, and we'll have that on TigerBait.com. Mike Scarborough here with Buddy Songy. And Buddy, I saw Armani Goodwin not doing a lot of the drills, but doing some stretching work. He might have something that's probably soft tissue because he wasn't wearing a red jersey, but I know you saw a few other notables out there in some of the drills.
Happy Saturday morning, everyone. It is 1 week away from the start of college football, and you can feel football is in the air. Oh, by the way, dress light, dress with your shorts, because your first couple, 3, 4, 5 home games are all going to be hot and humid, but good to get back to Tiger Stadium. You haven't been in there since the Garth Brooks concert, have you?
No, but I know when we were walking around the back area, the lower level, that gray painted concrete, I don't know if it's because they just painted it or if it's still sticky from the beer, but my feet were sticking, my shoes were sticking to the floor.
Field looks good. It's green. We didn't see any divots coming up, as Mike so succinctly told you. Look, this is kind of like the old days. And first of all, I think everybody in the media wants to give a big thank you to Brian Kelly, because we have been able to see more than we've seen since 1999 with Jerry DiNardo. This is one of the things that you have to understand. This is the final scrimmage that really means something before they have their third scrimmage on Tuesday, which is where they don't go to the ground. Jaden Daniels was running with the ones. Obviously, we know Nussmeier with the 2s and Walker Howard with the 3s. We'll give you some tidbits on that. Armani Goodwin, as soon as we came out there, saw him talking to strength and conditioning and nutrition. He's tweaked a little bit. Folks, you're going to have some bumps and bruises right now. Now, maybe Coach Kelly will address some more serious injuries, but for the most part, yes, there's some walking wounded, but guys are coming back. Besh and Chris Hilton are not available for full contact, but they're in the mix, taking place. And the big news on the offensive line, and Coach Kelly kind of tipped us off, they're looking at Anthony Bradford at right guard, which means reliable number 61 Cam Wire was getting snaps with the number 1s at right tackle. That put Miles Frazier over the left guard and Tremont Sharts as the backup. So, Mike, you gotta admire the honesty of Brian Kelly, because he said O-line is not finished yet. They got about 9 guys in the mix. A lot of guys going to play, and we'll give you some more tidbits. But once again, be cognizant when you see this report and view this report that we just saw a little bit of dress rehearsal. We didn't see the real action.
We did not see a single snap of the live scrimmage. We saw the preliminary stuff, and then we were told to leave. So, but I think a whole lot of it's going to leak out. This parking lot is full, West Stadium parking lot. I saw a bunch of former players, Kenny Hilliard. I think I saw Rondell Mealy walking out. Justin Vincent, of course, works at LSU.
Dr. Albagamo, Jamie Bice, Dalton Hilliard. I mean, and a lot of these guys obviously getting up to snuff. Look, this is the classification I give all of them. Brian Kelly is a happier Nick Saban. Now, when Nick Saban came to LSU, he was 49 years old and he had yet won anything other than beating Michigan a couple times at Michigan State. We know the rest of the history. Brian Kelly comes here at 60, and I just think he's having the time of his life. He's having fun, but he's also embracing this challenge. This is a rebuild. I will give you an analogy that I haven't used all year long, but let's say you get flooded out, you lose your house, a fire, a hurricane, or whatever, and you got to go back from ground zero. That is the analogy, and let's hope that the good Lord and Mother Nature smiles upon us this year with the hurricane season. We hope everybody in the viewing area gets a break, dodging those tropical storms and hurricanes. But, Mike, this was a build-up from ground zero, so I hope that the fans are giving them a little patience. Charlie and I were talking, you and I were talking, a guy that might be starting in game 6 may not play in week 1. So if they get better, if they're disciplined, they take care of the football, and they do the things that you like to see on a Saturday night, embrace them, because this is going to be a heck of a schedule once you get into the first month of the schedule.
Schmolke Investment Team has over 45 years of combined experience in handling their clients' financial needs. In this financial environment, experience matters. Call Bart or Brian Schmolke at 318-448-3201. That's 318-448-3201. Remember, experience matters. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA/SIPC. I've known Bart and Brian for over 20 years. No finer people. Anything you need, retirement accounts, SEP, 401k, investments that you want to make, move money around, money markets, they're who you want to talk to. Absolute experts right there in Alexandria. Anywhere in central Louisiana, give them a call. Anywhere in Louisiana for that matter, give them a call. You'll be happy with the Schmolke Investment Team.
Hey, I did not get to see too much of the defense. I was watching mostly offense and the offensive line. Oh, by the way, you would imagine the top three receivers right now: Keyshawn Butte, Malik Neighbors, and Jeray Jenkins. Brian Thomas Jr. is alternating in there. Kyron Lacey's probably number 5. Besh and Hilton not on the numerical depth chart because they haven't been participating in contact drills. No problems there. Cole Taylor looks to be, in my opinion, going to be your starting tight end, and he was getting some reps and catching some balls. You're going to see an interesting offense, Mike. We talked about it with Coach Denbrock, and now we've had Coach House. And so, although I didn't think Coach House really gave much of his handout, they're going to be multiple on defense. We know that they're exactly where they want to be on that front four, but Ali Gay and B.J. Ojolari are interchanging. We also know a big battle at linebacker. How about Major Burns, Joe Fouché, and all these battles? And then when you talk about the grad transfer from McNeese, so still a lot of battles. And of course, we'll continue to update you with all of the depth charts. I think, Mike, after this scrimmage, we're going to have a better idea of how they line up.
Just had a Gen Z crank up a Porsche right here, and instead of realizing that we're doing a shot, she's just going to sit there and talk on her phone instead of backing out, but that's okay.
Look, this is called ad-libbing. You know, not every shot is going to show the people how much of a GQ you are.
Yeah.
You know, I've been rode hard and hung up wet, so it doesn't matter to me. But Mike's got an image to portray.
You get me in this 90-degree heat, and I can get pretty darn irritable. Let's say that. I was about to walk over you and start, shooing her out the parking spot. But
hey,
now,
listen,
she's gone now.
I gave you a little spicy Manda sausage. Don't mean that you have to be spicy. I'm the one that's going to be spicy.
Yeah.
By the way, Damian Ramos was kicking in Tiger Stadium. I thought he kicked the ball a little more consistently. He, right now, I would think he's going to be your place kicker unless something drastically changes. Malik Neighbors is probably going to be your punt returner. I mean, still a lot of fluidity on a lot of spots, but that's why you got to keep up with the rosters. And Mike, as always, I think can you believe it? 15 days away. And speaking of 15, a lot of people in your neck of the woods where you used to live, and I'll ask you the question, will the real Sage Ryan step up? Is he more involved in this football team?
He absolutely is.
Than last year.
Yeah, I mean, that was talked about yesterday. So I think he's obviously a lot, not only that, but in punts. I mean, he's involved in that group, special teams.
And the safety behind Greg Brooks in the slot. So Brooks and him are the slot safeties. Oh, by the way, don't forget number 33, Javen Nicholas. This little guy is going to be involved. I'm not going to get into any of the things on how they're using them because you got a ball game in 15 days, but I will just tell you, no Javen Nicholas, number 33, when you see him on offense, you're going to be excited about the way he puts his foot in the ground and makes people miss.
Well, we are going to have some highlight footage on TigerBait.com. I've also got, we've been out and about on TigerBait shooting some of the high school scrimmages this week. I've got multiple prospect videos to load up. I got David Jones from Madison Prep. Who else did we get yesterday? I went and saw Ethan Fields Thursday night in their scrimmage with Plaquemine. I've got that for you. And I've got one or two others coming your way. So we've got a lot of recruiting video coming your way on TigerBait.com. And that's only going to increase in the coming weeks. So you want to be a subscriber. Try us out for $1. You really will enjoy the website. If you're an LSU fan, We want you to be a part of the TigerBait.com community. Choose the annual package. It's less expensive. You're basically getting 3 months free when you do that. And again, if you're enjoying these practice reports, you guys have been fantastic for us. Hit the like button, share it to your social media. The word's been getting spread and very much appreciative. Our YouTube channel is growing by leaps and bounds, thanks to all of you. So, and thanks to the Schmolke investment team. Anything in closing?
Yeah, I just want to tell everybody that Florida State plays Duquesne at 3 o'clock next Saturday on the ACC network. You will get a chance to get a look-see on what they look like. They have already lost their first team center and second team center, so we'll get a look and see what that patched up offensive line looks like. They've got some skill. LSU right now a solid 3.5 point favorite, but my insiders on the SEC, Mississippi State's having a great fall camp right now. Game 3, week 3 here on September 17th at 5 o'clock. That's going to be a big game, and also hearing good things about Arkansas, how they are looking. If they can have a defense, now they don't have a lot of depth, but if Sam Pittman can have a good defense. So, folks, we're going to go one game at a time, but get ready. Football's in the air, and we enjoy trying to give you these tidbits. But today, we didn't see a whole lot of legitimate action, so we're kind of giving you an overview on this Saturday morning.
All right, guys, that's going to be it for the Schmolke Team Invest Report. Please hit the subscribe button on YouTube and the notification bell. You'll get an alert to your cell phone every time we either go live with a show, anytime there's a new interview posted, high school prospect video, whatever it is. We're loading our YouTube channel up with content every day, and of course that's free to you. All right, guys, what are we back here, Tuesday?
See you Tuesday.
See you Tuesday. All right, guys, y'all have a good weekend.